Andy and Hallie Belfleur welcomed their daughter, Caroline, 2 months after the events of Dead Ever After. Caroline was born with a heart defect, but after some surgery, she lived a relatively normal life for many years. They had 2 more children, sons, Jared and Clayton. Caroline's heart defect unexpectedly caused complications when she was a senior in high school, and Andy and Hallie buried her in her cheerleader uniform. Jared and Clayton both became lawyers, like their aunt, Portia Belfleur Vick. Terry and Jimmy Belfleur welcomed many litters of pups to their double-wide, and 3 of the pups won prizes at Catahoula shows. 8 years after their marriage, the 2 died in a 2-car accident when they were returning from a grandchild's birthday party. Terry was sincerely mourned by Jimmy's children and grandchildren, and they gave a donation to the VA hospital in Shreveport in Terry's honor. It was earmarked for the treatment of prisoners of war. Bernard the vampire, a great friend of Russell Edgington's, became an even better friend of Christopher Hauser, the vampire king of Germany. Bernard was named Christopher's consort. He is unchangingly cute. Bellenos the elf was glad to be in Fairy with Dermot, and they go hunting together often. When Bellenos found a lady elf to marry, Dermot gave him a handsome wedding present, a metal relief plaque embellished with the heads of everyone Bellenos had killed. It has a place of honor above Bellenos's hearth. Polly Blythe was fired from her position with the Fellowship of the Sun. She found a job as a public relations contact with a Pat Robertson-style ministry, but was fired from that, too, after she told a newscaster during an on-air interview that he was bound for hell. She's a telemarketer now. Jane Boathouse died 5 years after the end of Dead Ever After. She blacked out while she was sitting on the toilet and cracked her head against the edge of her sink. Marvin found her the next day. Marvin Boathouse never got married, but he also never took a drink. The vampire short-order cook, Anthony Bolivar, became a celebrity chef and appeared on the Food Channel several times. After he was arrested for picking up a prostitute and over-drinking from her, the Food Channel asked him to pack his knives. He began traveling again and occasionally takes a night shift at a restaurant. Maybe one near you. Lawyer Catherine Book is still an activist. She has to practice in night court, of course, but she's featured in magazines all the time as a poster woman for all that is good about vampires. Boom still works on the bomb squad in Rhodes. Shut away in Fairy forever, Dermot Brigand is extremely happy. He basks in his father's affection and has a very uncomplicated sex life. He is spell-free. Dylan Brigand had already disowned his remaining child by the time Claude escaped from Fairy. Dylan will spend a few hundred years keeping a low profile because he doesn't want to remind his father Niall that Claude tried to overthrow his government. Niall will spend a few centuries suspecting that there are plots against him because of this incident, and lots of the Fae will suffer for Claude's misbehavior. Every now and then, Niall will send Sookie a letter via Rosebush. Amelia Broadway had a son with Bob. After many arguments over what to do with her father's business and money after he was declared legally dead, Bob wanted to give it to charity. The couple split up, but they shared custody of their son Felix until he was 18. Amelia sold her father's business to a large chain, invested the proceeds, and used her witch skills to play the stock market. She amassed a huge amount of money and married her banker. Felix became an animal wrangler for the film industry, specializing in big cats. See Bob Jessup. Bubba continued to be passed from vampire kingdom to vampire kingdom, but while he was in Tennessee, he escaped from his minder to visit his gravesite, causing a near riot. After that, the Vampire Council censured Tennessee and ruled that Bubba couldn't enter the state for 50 years. He is in Canada now. He hates the winters. Callisto drifted over to the Middle East, where she caused dreadful bloodshed, but went unnoticed.